Each your favorite compas, and we have you covered with plenty of sports content on this your favorite show. With another slow week in the NFL offseason, we have your football fix in our rapid fire segment. We get into why we love going to Disneyland and Certified Compas, some of us, and all that, plus our usual segments with Dan and Daygo and Vic, the producer, for Burial of the Week, Avocado Roast, and Udamas. And that reminds me, Gilberto, don't you have a question for the viewers and or listeners?
Yes, I do. You mentioned it, Fernando. Disneyland. Some people like it. Some people love it, and some people don't really care for it. I think I might fall on the last category there, but I will mention on the show I did go to Disneyland somewhat. I went to California Adventures, and I'll give you more details later. But going off of that note, for the engagement question of the week, what is your favorite ride at either Disneyland or California Adventures? Supposedly, California Adventures is not the fun one for people, but whatever you decide. If you're on audio, get over to YouTube, comment, just find a way. But I appreciate everybody on the audio version. Let us know your favorite ride at Disneyland because Fernando might have like 10 or 12 options, but we'll get there eventually as part of the show.
That's my Donald Duck impression.
Okay. I thought you were making fun of me. Like, did my mic messed up? Or like, okay.
No. But let's go now to a guy who I know loves Disneyland, Dan and Daigle. Let's go to him now.
Welcome, one. Welcome all to another glorious Wednesday. It is not only one day closer to the weekend, it is not only hump day, but it is the day that your favorite program, Compas on the Beat, drops its new episode. How you doing? Keep it moving. But also, the other thing you should know, do not forget to go out and check Compas on the Beat merch.com. Go out there. We got hats. We got shirts. We got hoodies. We got stickers. We got graphic tees. We do it all. We got it all. So do not forget to go to compassonthebeatmerch.com. Go over there and check it out. And also, if you want a one-stop shop for all the content on your favorite program, Compass on the Beat, do not forget to check out the website, compassonthebeat.com. It has all the content you want of the episodes. We do it all here. We're men of many tools. We have many trades. We do it all here on your favorite program, Compass on the Beat. But anyway, enough of the dilly-dally, Dan and Daigo. It's time to get to the best damn program in all the universe. From all the way across the hallway. Play the music, Fernando!
Welcome to Compas on the Beat. I'm Fernando Ramirez. I cover the Chargers for the Sporting Tribune. With me, as always, my co-host, my tag team partner, Gilbert Manzano. He covers the NFL for Sports Illustrated. What's up, bro?
You know what's up, Fernando? Compas on the Beat. Coming off a good week. I'm loving it. I'm excited for this week. See what we could do. But a lot of good content, so check it out. I know it's a promo right away, but it's just more like excitement. I'm like, okay, I'm catching myself. It sounds like a commercial. But definitely check out the videos because we have some good videos with Justin Herbert, that golf event, Derwin James, Eric Kendricks, even Brandon Staley, Marcellus Wiley. We talked to a lot of people, and it was cool to see.
Tomlinson.
LT the great. I can't believe I forgot that one. I knew I forgot somebody. That's why I stopped. But a lot of good videos up there. You haven't checked that out, check it out on What's Up Bolts. By the way, What's Up Bolts, man? You guys got a lot of subscribers last week, so shout out to you guys that have been following. I'm just excited for that. That's why, you say what's up. The Compas on the Beat Network is definitely up. And your boy finally had Korean barbecue. I feel like it's been a long time coming. We got to do it together.
Yeah,
as the Compas crew, get some Korean barbecue. But I'm excited off of that and the great videos that we did last week.
You know, it's funny. It's funny because Marcellus Wiley, I think, was the one that everybody was kind of hyped. I mean, obviously the other videos, but Marcellus Wiley fans were excited because he said, "Man, I love me some Justin Herbert." He's like, "I can't wait to see him. Where is he?" He's like, "If I see him, I'm gonna give him a hug." So I think that's kind of the excitement around the Chargers and around the city is obviously number 10. Number 10 is kind of what the way the motor that gets everything going. Gilbert and I were on a podcast this week and together, and they kind of asked us like, how do you feel like the Chargers will gain more fans? Number 10. I mean, that's plain and simple. Like that's the way they're gonna get fans. And that's just how it is. I mean, we got a lot of views on Compas on the Beat with Justin Herbert just because everybody's fascinated to hear what he has to say. Everybody's wondering what he has to say. And then obviously people are wondering about his contract situation. So that's obviously another interesting aspect. But for the time being, Gilbert, over the weekend, I got to cover my my first soccer game in a while. I'd covered LA Galaxy a couple of times, but it was LA Galaxy when they were kind of like whack. They didn't have that many stars. They had Jonathan Dos Santos. They had Gio. I did that a couple of years ago, but I got to cover Mexico playing Cameroon in at Snapdragon Stadium. My first time being there.
That was gonna be my question. What the hell is a Snapdragon Stadium? It sounds pretty
It's
cool.
like an app. It used to be a water, didn't it? Like
And-
it used to be like a water or something. Now it's
I don't know, but it had me wondering if you were in San Diego. But I'm guessing that's the name of the new
yeah. It's a
stadium
new
there.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I wasn't gonna go all the way
Snapdragon.
up there. Yeah, no, not for this.
By the way,
shit.
going
Or
off of
this thing.
your tweets from soccer in San Diego, the one that had me laughing on not maybe like 2 weeks ago, you're like, the new name of the MLS team in San Diego is
San Diego.
FC San Diego.
Yeah.
Like, why do we always go with that? Why is that? I know it's not
Well,
a topic, but like it's kind of lazy.
It's the safest
But we have
thing.
Copas
That's the
FC
thing.
though. But
It's the safest thing. Well, and that's the thing. That's another question that a lot of people have. What's it gonna? Because I guess it's not the name though. They're saying that there's gonna be a distinct name to it, but I'm worried.
Maybe Snapdragon.
Well, I'm worried because like the San Diego Loyal, the San Diego Wave, like Dan and Diego was right when they had the AAF, the American
Fleet.
AAF,
Yeah.
the fleet. The fleet wasn't a bad
That's
name. I
cool.
thought that was actually not bad.
It's fitting.
1904 FC. I don't know, I don't know what other teams they have here, but like
1904.
yeah, well, that's one of their like minor league teams, but like the names like low-key suck. So it's like Padres, like that's a cool one, and obviously because of the thing out here, the mission. But my mom's gonna be disappointed on that one. But the mission out here, obviously, Padres. So but I mean, we'll see what happens. But the game in of itself wasn't bad. There was a game tying goal at the end, which I mean, it saved the damn manager from Mexico because they were getting ready to boo his ass out of the stadium. I felt it coming, and they saved him. I wrote about him after, and I'm like, all eyes are now on him because Gilbert, he has a short leash, no pun intended. Like the dude, like he could get like El Piojo Herrera's here, and I don't know if you remember him, the dude that gets all excited and everything. El Piojo's coaching here in Tijuana. Why? Because they're waiting for him to take over when this guy eventually messes up. It feels like they want El Piojo as the next manager again to be the manager of Mexico. Yeah, I guess again. And Diego Coca has some tough games coming up. This Thursday they play the U.S. in a semifinal, and the next week they play in the Gold Cup. So if he does bad in both of those tournaments, I'm sure.
So this game that you covered was a
friendly? Oh, it was a friendly. Yeah, it was a friendly. Yeah. So it was just you get a way to get your name out there and look around and see what's up. So and I've never been to Snapdragon, so very, 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 very small press box.
Okay. All right. What's your rating on the whole stadium overall?
No.
Just basic.
I'd just give it a basic grade, like a C minus.
Does it look like? Is it better than the Dignity Health Sports Park Center? What it was called?
There was shade there. Here, like in the sun, like if you're in the sun. So last year they inaugurated it for SDSU, their first game of the season. Gilbert, it was 12 o'clock, 12 in the afternoon. It was 110 degrees, and their bleachers. So like your ass is getting fried on that seat. Like you said you went to Korean barbecue. These people were cooking like Korean barbecue. Their asses were cooking like Korean barbecue. So but I mean, it's not a bad stadium. It's interesting, but I mean, like to go from Qualcomm, where it was like a 67,000 seat stadium, to going to downgrading, I guess, to this 35,000 seat, you're like, okay, I guess. So, I mean, I guess it's there to be what it is, I guess. I mean, what else is there to say? But hey, you forgot something though about what you did this weekend.
That's right. Yeah.
You talked about it in the intro. You went to California Adventures. You, Mr.
Yeah.
You said you hate mice. Why would you go to their kingdom?
you know the funny thing. Usually, say I would have gone to Disneyland, I would have bragged. You don't even. I just told you 5 minutes ago that I went to California
Yeah.
Adventures, but
Dan
it's
Diggo's
not.
gonna be disappointed that you didn't invite him.
But it's not the same thing. This is the thing. By the way, if you hear the cats, it's not my fault. But
Bonito.
there you go. They took me to California Adventures. Caroline's family, one of her nieces had like a performance. The whole little dance stuff. I can't pronounce it. Sorry.
Locorico?
Yeah, there you go. You're much better. So they had something like that, and then it was only a California Adventure. So we went there, but I might have a little controversy. I might like California Adventures better just because of the alcohol. So I was there drinking all day, and it was a good time. But I didn't want to brag because I know you guys care more about Disneyland, whatever.
No. Okay, so there's one member in our family that hates Disneyland. It's my dad and my uncle. Well, so we used to go in a big group from one of my cousin's birthdays, and my dad and my uncle would be like, "Man, ¿cuál happiest place on earth si fuera eso hubiera alcohol?" And one, like, we were walking and my dad sees somebody with like a yellow cup. He's like, "Sir, where did you get that alcohol?" He's like, "Oh, it's over in California Adventure." Oh, no way. And him and my uncle jetted over to California Adventures. They hung out there while the rest of us kept on going because it was a hot day. So they were definitely all about it, and they loved it. But obviously that gets us into Certified Compas, Gilbert. Obviously, why this is more about obviously Disneyland and California Adventure. I mean, growing up, I mean, I think I know in this world we're very separated and divided on a lot of things, but I feel like one thing that everybody can unite, whether you're white, black, Mexican, Asian, whatever it is, it's like the love for Disneyland. Like everybody, like the parks are always packed. People come from far, from near, from everywhere to come to Disneyland. Everybody loves Disneyland. Mickey Mouse is obviously something that you grew up with. Me personally, Gilbert, before we get going, my mom loved Disney or Mickey Mouse and Disney growing up. So she put that onto us, and obviously the three of us love it. We try and go almost every single year. We used to have year passes. Obviously, I don't. We don't do that anymore. I haven't gone since right before the pandemic hit. I haven't gone, so it's been a while. I do want to go back, hopefully for my mom's birthday this year or something like that. But I've just loved it since I was a kid. I mean, I love everything about it. Disneyland is awesome. The turkey leg, the churros, all of it. I'm just all about it.
I had a very delicious churro, by the way.
How was it? No, tell me about it.
So I haven't gone I guess doesn't really count. California Adventures or whatever. I haven't been to that area in like I want to say like 7 years.
It's new. Yeah, it's completely new.
And then when I've gone to California, this is maybe my second time. I don't really explore. As you go to Disneyland and you kind of just go real quick, right? Maybe you go to Cars and then you call it a day. So I didn't get a chance to really explore. And all you hear is about the micheladas and the churros. Like those are the ones that you gotta get. I couldn't find a stand with the micheladas. I don't know why, but I got a bunch of IPAs and that really hit me pretty hard. And then I kept telling Caroline and I was a little buzzed by them. But by the other night, we cannot leave unless we get one churro. And we found a stand, and dude, like we got like maybe 6 or 7. And everybody was like, "Wow, this is the best thing we've ever had." So, dude, the rumors are true on that part. That's pretty good.
You know what the killer part is too? You're walking around, and I mean, obviously, like I remember getting a churro at Costco or whatever. You try and finish it quickly. Why? Because they get cold. The ones at Disney, for some reason, like they stay warm for a while, and you're like, "Oh my god!" Like I'm like, "Oh, dude, these are delicious." But the churros, you know what's actually really good there? They have chimichangas.
Pangas, really?
And it's not bad. Like it's not bad. So
you got some nasty kind of clam chowder. I don't like it, but that sounds
really
good.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I could have texted you what to get at California Adventure.
You honestly you should have, because I know all the the place around there. You didn't get a turkey leg?
No, I didn't get. I got the clam chowder and I regret it. I'm like, this is what they have. Like,
dude, oh my god, you're missing
out. I
out.
did see people walking around with it. And I was like, oh, that looks interesting.
What was I gonna tell you? Yeah, no. What's your okay? So you guys go to California Adventures. What did you get on everything?
No, that's the thing that was kind of. I don't want to give it away later, but I'll put it this way: we just got on 2 rides, Cars, and then the Guardian one, which was before what the Hotel Terror.
Yeah.
The same thing, but that might be one of my favorite ones there. So that was pretty cool to get that one at least. But it was crowded, you know. We saw a little Spiderman performance that kind of came out of nowhere. Caroline has a really young nephew. He's like 4, and he really loved the Spider-Man show that came up. So that was cool to see. It was like for them, and I was just the guy like, okay, anytime a line was 5 minutes long for beer, I will get in it. And the people were waiting for me a couple of times though, so I felt bad.
I'm kind of an ass because I don't like going with kids sometimes because I want to be a big kid there. So like,
You want to
I don't
dictate
like.
the rides?
Oh, dude, one time well, I'm gonna say it. With one of my cousin's daughters, she wanted to go on Pirates of the Caribbean 3 times. I'm like, dude, can we like skip and go to something else? Like, for the love of God. I'm like, I'm done
Three
with this. Let's
times,
go.
Jesus.
No, I get so I like, dude, I'm telling you, like when we're there, like I'm definitely like I'm in love when I'm at Disneyland just because it's the best thing ever. But
Dude,
trying to
speaking of
find
food, while you find the picture,
yeah.
Caroline's brother Sam, shout out to Sam. He was rocking the Comas on the Beat hoodie at California Adventure, so that was cool. But he brought like a whole backpack of snacks. He had Doritos and waters. I'm like, you could bring all that? I had no idea. So I'm not an expert
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
yeah. There's people that like they bring in food and all that. So definitely, yeah, people definitely do that.
So I spent so much money. I could have brought that.
See, we used to do it when we were kids, but now that like everybody has their own job and stuff, and we have our own money, like mom's like, go and do whatever, dude.
I know,
I
right?
think I think one day I actually looked. I spent like $300 at Disney, and that wasn't on like that was on like toy, like
Food.
the
Oh,
shirt, food, and like anytime I wanted a water bottle, I just go up and buy a water bottle, and it's like, oh, it's $6. And you're
oh,
like,
it's expensive.
whatever. And then like at the end of the day, like when you really recount it all, you're like, crap, dude, I just spent a crap ton of money here.
Oh yeah, dude, I got that first reminder when I walked in when I drove into the park. $30 for parking. I'm like, that's gonna be a long day of my wallet hurting. Okay, that's a start.
And dude, it's one of those where it is a killer because you're like, oh, like I said, when you're there, you don't care, but then you like look later and you're like, oh
I
my
don't want
god,
to right
like
now. I don't
this is
want to get
amazing.
damage.
So
You
this
found
is
it?
I thought I had one of me, but I do not. I have one of Dan and Daygo though, eating a turkey leg. So
With the hat.
oh, that's his hat, but yeah, that's Dan and
Little
Daygo.
Cuban there.
Yeah. That's Dan and Dago eating a turkey leg. So we like I told you, like I love the turkey. See, I love the turkey leg, but you know what I do? I sometimes go and I'll get the hot sauce from the store there, and I put it on there on the turkey leg, and I just start going to town on that thing.
Man,
It's delicious,
I
but
did it wrong. But it was a good little time though, to be
no,
there.
yeah, no, and I mean, like I said, growing up, I remember like my mom would always like in the morning it was burritos de chorizo con huevo, and you'd sack up all the burritos. We'd head up and everything, and we would eat. You know what? Disney used to not let you bring the food in, so you would have to leave the park. You'd have to go back to your car, eat, and then come back in and do all that.
Oh,
Now they let you
really?
bring the food into the park.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was
So
surprised. I'm like, oh, they're not gonna let you bring in food. They want all the money they can get. So that's like a little
no,
different.
surprisingly, because they know that you're going to spend on other stuff, and you're still going to probably buy food anyway. So I feel like they kind of at one point they're like, whatever, let's just give up. But well, okay. So what's your favorite ride?
Well, the ones that the new Guardians one, which I don't know the difference of what the hell they did.
It's just I think they added one more drop to it, but other than that, it's just like the different, like it's the music, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not the Hollywood Tower of Terror anymore.
I took a pretty good photo of the drop when you go up. Like you stay there for a while and you know the camera's coming. I'm like, oh, okay, let me pose here.
You held your phone out? Oh, you're
no, like when you get down, you don't want to pay for the actual picture.
Oh,
take a photo of it. Where
this guy?
I don't know where. Maybe you can't probably see it anyways, but where to go? And then every time they saw another guy, the Caroline's family, another guy who was brown with a mustache, they say, "Hey, that looks like Gilbert." So that was like the running joke the whole time.
Oh, that's a good game. We should play that game one day.
Can you see that? Yeah.
Let me see. Where are you? I don't see you. Oh, I see you. That's what you guys did on Saturday?
That was actually Sunday yesterday. So
Sunday, okay.
By the way, sorry for the audio people, you missed that picture of me at the Guardian place, but whatever, Guardians of the Galaxy, it was cool. I enjoyed that. And by the way, another story. So at Disneyland they have the fireworks show right at the end.
Yeah.
So I guess at California Adventure they have like a little water show, and Oh, but so we were gonna get on a third ride actually, and I think it's the one, the Incredibles one. It's like a kind of a roller coaster, right?
Ooh, that one's a good one.
So, but we were about to get on the cart, and they stop it. They say, "Hey, the
That
ride
thing
broke
breaks down
down."
every single
Yeah.
time.
So I'm like, "What? We're right here," and then it starts raining too. So we're like, we broke up the party I was with, and like, okay, because they're waiting for us, and we didn't get on the ride. Okay, we left early, and it starts raining, and then the water show starts, and I'm like, what's the big fuss about this freaking water show? Like, I can't see anything. It's raining on me, and I'm like, I'm not enjoying this. And then we started walking around, and turns out we were behind the water show, and everything was the other way. We went to like I guess it's called Aerial Park or the
Yeah.
Mermaid, and then it was actually pretty cool to see. So it was a good time, but it was I felt like a first timer.
Yeah, no, I feel. My favorite ride is Space Mountain. I mean, it's always been the original, one of my favorites. I used to love Splash Mountain as well. But obviously they like are gonna change it or whatever. So we'll see what happens with that ride. But I think the biggest difference of going, like, I used to love going as a kid, but now as an adult, like you kind of go there and like I remember one time for like a week, I counted how many times I used my phone, and it was like at high levels. When I went to Disneyland, I remember I was on 99% battery when I walked into the park. When I came out, I was at 98%.
You didn't use it.
I didn't use it for anything at the park, and that's what I like. I like being able to go like at the movie theater. Like I don't take out my phone unless I know like it's a baddie texting me or somebody else like that. Like I ain't taking out my my phone for nothing. So it's like like I'm just not gonna do it. So
That reminds me, by the way, you probably heard in the promo. We'll figure it out. But this is our last show before
yeah,
we go on vacation.
yeah.
So you might be on your phone a lot, or maybe not a lot. You might have some time to kind of unwind. But real quick, I don't even want to announce it, but we'll be on vacation for a couple of weeks. I know, sad music, but the Compas need a break before the football season kicks off.
Oh god, that's gonna be a long season. Yeah, no, definitely. So, so yeah, I mean, no, if I mean if we're gonna be on a break, it's like my phone's put away. I ain't really doing nothing. Like I'm gonna be doing other stuff. So, yeah, and I know how you are. I don't bug you any. I actually I don't think I've ever bugged you when you tell me, hey, I'm gonna take this. I'm like okay, and I don't bug you at all. So
The funny thing, like I'm also gonna get vacation from SI at the same time, so it kind of all worked out together. I'm like, I have like 2 weeks, and then I'm like, the first week I just want to just do nothing and kind of like maybe do some errands I haven't done and
catch
just
up on shows and stuff.
yeah, and then watch TV and just chill. And maybe the second week I'll get a little restless, and I'm gonna maybe miss compas and stuff like that. And like, you know what? I'll go somewhere to keep my mind off it. But I haven't even decided where I want to go. But it is a
Take the
good time
train
to do it.
down.
Yeah, maybe eventually. I will have 2 weeks. You will too. Well, I don't know what you're doing with the day job, but we definitely need Korean barbecue day. I would not mind that.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, obviously Disneyland, good time. I love it. I can't wait to go back. Like I said, Dan and Daygo is a huge fan too. Vic, a thumbs up or down? Are you a fan? Yeah, that one. I feel like Vic is more Team Fernando and Dan than Gilbert, where he's a big kid when he goes to Disney. So I feel like that too. So a guy that doesn't surprise us, well, sometimes with what he says, he does surprise us, but is a guy Dan and Daygo. Let's go to him now and see what he's got cooking up for us.
While I have you here, do not forget to check us out on all the social media platforms. We're on the Twitter at Compas OTB. The OTB is capital. Well, we got the Instagrams at Compas on the Beat. We are also on the TikToks, whatever you call them, at Compas on the Beat and at Compas FC 11. Do not forget to go out and check it out. And we got a bunch of programs. You already know that. We got a little House of Horns. We got a little What's Up Bolts. We got a little Combat Compas. We got regular Compas. And if you love everything about the champions, we got Compas FC. We do it all here. Do not forget to check it out. Also, do not forget, smash the like button, comment, subscribe, be a compa, tell a compa. Let's get back to the program.
Thank you for that, Dan and Daygo. We appreciate you and all the hard work you do. But Gilbert, it is now time for Rapid Fire!
Boom.
Gilbert, which free agent Pro Bowler will make the playoffs with his new team? DeAndre Hopkins or Dalvin Cook?
What if they're on the same team? You never think about that.
Does somebody have that much money?
Yeah.
That's what. That's
The,
about $30
the
million.
Titans have that money, put it that way. So if D Hop and Cook end up in the same team, Titans. But that's the thing where that it seems like if D Hop goes to the Patriots, he has a good chance. Titans, I don't know about that because remember they had Julio Jones not too long ago and it didn't work
Yeah.
out. So if Dalvin goes to Miami, I feel good about that one. So I'm gonna go with Dalvin. But I think
And see, that's the reason why I said Dalvin going to Miami. I was thinking the same thing too. Dalvin to Miami, they should make the playoffs. But you know what? That AFC East is going to be so weird that anything could really happen there. But DeAndre, it sounds like DeAndre is leaning more towards the money than anything, and it seems like Dalvin is more on. He just wants to go to Miami. He just wants to go to Miami. So yeah, I'll go with Dalvin Cook just like you. Gilbert, who gets 2 Pro Bowl QBs next season? The AFC North or the AFC West?
well, see, I'm gonna be the guy. I'm gonna get technical this week. It's like there's so many alternates and so many guys that skip that eventually you get like a bunch of quarterbacks. Like, who, are we counting the ones that make it to the game or the ones that got voted and then replaced? Or
Just named, regardless of what it is.
I don't know. It's just they're deep. It's like Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and then you have Mahomes and Herbert. So I don't know. I went with both, but you know what? Let me just say the West will get more because I have a feeling Joe Burrow might go far. He's going to decline, and there you go.
I'm just gonna say named. I think it's gonna be the AFC East or West.
What?
Yeah, West. My bad. I think Herbert and Mahomes get voted into the Pro Bowl. Obviously, we'll see which one. Well, obviously, we know which one's going to go further, but we'll see which one goes further. I'll just say that right now. But yeah, I'll say I say they make it. I think Joe Burrow will have a Pro Bowl season. Lamar, I'm still wondering what. I know he got paid and everything, but I still want to see what's up with him. I don't see Pickett or Deshaun Watson making the Pro Bowl unless it's as an alternate. Gilbert, the Cowboys have been a top 5 scoring offense with Kellen Moore as their OC. Now that he is with the Chargers, who will have the higher scoring offense? The Chargers with Kellen Moore or the Cowboys with Mike McCarthy? Big old Mike McCarthy.
I'm not a fan of old timer coaches trying to go back and just run the ball and call the plays. So I'm going with
and
Kellen
taking
Moore.
A shot at Kellen Moore as he exited the door.
Hey, shout out to McCarthy. Like, this might be his last year. He's gonna go out his way. And he feels like he calls the plays, he'll change it. Whatever, do it your way. But I don't see it happening. Yeah, but give me Kellen Moore. He's younger. He's already done it before, so he has Justin Herbert out. So that'd be a good matchup.
Remember? No, I wasn't frozen. No. That was a good one, huh? Remember, at one point, the Jerry Jones wanted Kellen Moore as his head coach, but he thought he's too young. He's next. For him to get rid of his young assistant who could potentially be a head coach next season, that's damning, dude. And you decide to go with Mike McCarthy? That is so bad. Give me the Chargers by a mile, dude. I think the Chargers offense, you just added Quentin Johnson to Josh Palmer, Mike Williams, and Keenan. If these guys stay healthy, they could have the best passing attack in the whole NFL.
By the way, like I don't fall into the whole like, hey, you think this guy's looking good in the summertime and they're like teammate, of course, hypes him up. But with Derwin James gave you that look like, oh, like he's a guy. Like he could have been like, yeah, he's doing well. He's gonna be a good player. He stopped and he just gave you that look like he's a guy. I'm like, oh, maybe I was a little wrong about that pick, Quentin Johnson.
And you know what's funny? That's exactly what I thought when Derwin said that and looked at me. I'm like,
it was a look, and that's what really told me.
And Derwin doesn't he doesn't vouch like that, and he doesn't say that very often. So when he said that, I was like, ooh, I was like, okay. I was like,
he's that guy.
They might have a baller on their hands. So I mean, we'll see. But I mean, Derwin obviously is going to be the best judge of character. He's out there and he knows. Gilbert, the Denver Nuggets have won their first NBA championship in franchise history. Who will join them in the NFL by winning their first Lombardi? The Bills, the Lions, the Vikings, the Browns, the Jaguars, the Panthers, the Texans, the Falcons, the Chargers, the Titans, or the Bengals?
Yeah, I really want to be different this week. I don't like to be the same, I guess, answer as you. And by the way, shout out to the Nuggets, but we deserve a ring because once we jinxed them on this podcast here, this program here, they went off. So we need a ring, Stan Kroenke. But yeah, I'm going with the Bengals. I think Joe Burrow, like eventually, like they're a team that's so loaded.
Like you,
I don't know. I
you ruined his NFL team.
Hey, he got a Super Bowl before he got there. You should be happy. I saw him a couple of times hanging around last year, so maybe he recognizes me. But yeah, give me the Bengals because I feel like they're eventually gonna get over the hump. Like the Bengals got to do it though soon because they're gonna fall in that territory like the Bills
Yeah,
with Josh
yeah.
Allen. Or like, okay, we're tired of seeing you. This might be the year for the Bengals to kind of get away from that zone.
T. Higgins owed money. Joe Burrow's owed money. Jamar Chase is coming up soon. Yeah, it might be even this year or it won't happen for a while. So they do need to. And then you already saw they had to give up some pieces on defense with Jesse Bates, and they had to give up some other pieces because they needed to pay. They need to get money ready for the quarterback. But I went Bengals as well. So, but like you said, they need to get ready because if not, it's coming. Gilbert, which coach from the 2013 Washington staff has the best record in 2023? Sean McVay was a tight ends coach. Matt LaFleur was Dan Daigle's best friend. He was a QB coach. Kyle Shanahan was the OC, and Mike McDaniel was the running game coordinator.
Go first for this one. That way, it kind of seems like we're a little different here, and I'm gonna try to be different.
I'm going to go Kyle Shanahan. I think Kyle Shanahan has a defense. I think they added some pieces to that defense that is going to help them improve. The offense, I don't know. I saw today somebody comparing Brock Purdy to Justin Herbert. I was like, Jesus God, is this where we're at now where we're comparing Brock Purdy like this? I'm like, relax, like chill. So I want to see, man, because people have been making it a big deal. Like, if Brock Purdy's not there, what are they going to do at quarterback? I'm like, dude, we don't even know if Brock Purdy is what everybody thinks he is. Like, we still need to see a little bit more of him. Remember, once a team sees you twice, things change. So I want to see what he can do. But I think they will have the best record out of these four guys.
By the way, I'm surprised you got that so much hype for Brock Purdy because when I had him number 6 in my redraft at SI 2022 redraft, it's that time of year, by the way. At number 6, people lost their mind. Oh, you're falling for the Shanahan trap where anybody who plays quarterback makes them look good, and Brock Purdy is not the real deal. And I'm like, dude, it's a weak quarterback class. It's Kenny Pickett and Brock Purdy.
So
And quarterbacks get drafted really high. Give me a break, okay? And he was pretty solid, okay? I'll just say that. And to be different,
I'm not trying to crap on the guy, but I'm not saying like.
No,
but
that's
I'm
not
also
just
like
at Herbert level. I'm just saying it. But we
Yeah.
got it from both sides. It's funny how people are always different. You can't please anybody.
No.
But for me, real quick, I might be a long answer, but I know Matt LaFleur is not a friend of the show for different reasons. But I think the Packers might be a surprising team because they have a lot of good players on defense. And I think Jordan Love learning for 3 years might benefit. So he might be a little sneaky there, maybe get 9, maybe 10 wins.
And they have some weapons on offense.
They have some Christian Watson. He's that guy's a star. He's a good wide receiver. Maybe those tight ends pan out. You still got Aaron Jones there. The offensive line's a little shaky, but I think they're good for 8 or 9. But that's not good enough for me. Shanahan's in the category. But just to be different, Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins, I think they'll get it done. And maybe 11 to 12, 13 wins. I don't know. But I don't know if they'll go all the way. But I think they're going to be a good team and rack up wins.
Awesome. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, all these teams are. I think Sean McVay might be at the bottom of that.
Yeah, I know, right? Imagine
at the basement in that one, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Gilbert, it is time to finally bring on these guys and see.
Yeah, forgot about those guys.
You already know. Yeah, you already know. So let's bring them in. By the way, I saw a terrible list the other day. Some guy has Mount Rushmore, and he had Mick. I'm not trying to talk about you at all, but he had Mick Foley on there. I was like, oh God Almighty! I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, this is the kind of weekend I'm about to have. I try to stay off of Twitter because of that.
Yeah, man.
Reason, but
not good, Fernando. Don't get trolled there. Like don't go
I
that
don't
rabbit hole.
I don't tweet anything, but Vic, good weekend.
Yes, I got myself and my partner got to do some carne asada. We were inspired by the segment you guys had. Got to learn how to actually turn on some charcoal thanks to TikTok. We were struggling there for about a minute, like everybody does, and then we got it going thanks to her. And I even showed a picture to our group chat with Gilbert, and he was like, "What is that?" And I kind of had to tell him about what it was. So
Have
you ever done
it was a good
charcoal?
weekend.
No, it's too complicated. Give me a propane and call it a day. Just press a button
Oh,
3 times, propane, then
charcoal
boom.
carne asada's that
Better?
hits different.
They're like, you really
Oh
can taste the
yeah,
difference? I don't know. I
yes.
grew up watching King of the Hill, man. Hank Hill told me propane, and that's the way I went.
There is a cage animal right now that is angry that we have still not let him in. So let me go to.
Oh yeah.
Let me out, bro. Although you're gonna regret it. Because let me tell you something. We touched on some topics I would love to have jumped into. Like John Cena would probably bury MJF as soon as he crossed over. I loved going down memory lane, by the way, with the Ronda Rousey thing. Like that was pièce de résistance, dude. That was glorious. Did you see her stupid face too? Like that face, like it reminds me of all these like people who are like, oh, it's all about the game day fit. What the hell do I care about what you look like on game day? Show up and play, dude. It's unbelievable.
Hey, Dan, are you trying to be like me? I'm growing out the mustache a little longer than usual, and you got the goatee going on. What's going on?
It's not the goatee.
Yeah.
My facial hair is just that much of trash, but that's all right.
But right
it's
here,
just,
man, you're full on.
It's just the summer. Usually I don't shave for the summer because, like, obviously at the high school I work at, it's private Catholic. We have a dress code, so I always shave every day and stuff like that. So when I hand out dress codes, there's no complaining because I'm complying also. So yeah. So other than that, you guys are lucky. I was about to just jump in some of these. I was ready to fire off some.
Okay, who do you think would win, John Cena or MJF?
No, you have to. I mean, I give around a lot of crap, but you have to tip your hat off to John Cena because supposedly us growing up, The Rock was the people's champ and the Brahma Bull and John Cena made mincemeat of him, looking like an idiot out there with highlighter shirts. Like it's a joke. Like The Rock's garbage compared to Cena. I'll give him credit in that sense. What are you talking about? Are you serious? Do you need to watch the tape?
The Rock is number one. Nobody compares. Austin number two.
Stone Cold was better.
No, he wasn't.
Stone Cold.
The long promos.
Shit out of your boss and not care about it.
If you want a long promo,
Stone Cold made sure WWE survived in those Monday Night Wars. Exactly. It was on.
By then he was out of the game. All right, like that's what. Who made the movies? Who went to be a real actor?
He was more entertaining. Stone Cold Steve Austin was more entertaining injured than The Rock was fully healthy. I'll tell you that.
He was good, but 1 and 2.
Vic, I'm gonna let you answer that one too. Who do you think, John Cena or MJF?
I think John Cena. I mean, what John Cena did for those, what was it? Would you say it was like a good 8-year run, Fernando, that he had?
No, I'd probably give it about a
15 since he was thugonomics.
2004.
Yeah,
2018. Yeah, 14 year run. 15,
yeah, 15, I mean, yeah, you got to give him his due. You have to. What have we seen of MJF? Like 2 years at this point. I mean, you got to pay your dues in order to get up to the penthouse with John Cena.
When John Cena came into the ring, I told Gilbert for WrestleMania, I'm like, he doesn't look like John Cena. He kind of looks a little.
Yeah, he didn't look as good.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, and in all honesty, too, just to pick you up back off of Vic real quick, MJF's doing it against recycled WWE talent. Like John Cena's done it against the cream of the cream of the crop. Yeah, brother.
Imagine your tribal chief and MJF. Your tribal
That's
chief.
That's the one that everybody wants to see. That's the one that everybody wants to see.
That would be a tough one.
Yeah, and then like I know he stole. I saw a clip on TikTok where I think the guy's name is Adam Cole. Maybe if I'm saying his name wrong. He pretty much took what his NXT promo and just recycled it and used it against him on the last episode of AEW.
Yeah, I think he does that on purpose to piss him off. But
it's funny because CM Punk called him a bootleg version of the Miz. I know he got pissed.
Scarf.
Yeah, but Vic, what did you biggest takeaway from sports weekend?
I know Gilbert's not going to be happy about talking soccer or some football, but I'm not going to make it about that. I'm not going to make it about. I just one of the things that really stood out about Lionel Messi coming to the MLS. I mean, we don't care about the MLS. We're not going to talk about it on here. I mean, it's what a 7th or 8th rated league in soccer at this point. But I just when I started reading and kind of hearing about the contract details. I thought it was really interesting in terms of what it might do for other athletes here in North America. Guys like LeBron James, or even the ones that are coming behind him in baseball, like a Mike Trout, or maybe Shohei Ohtani, someone who it'll be interesting to see how that contract compares to what the athletes coming behind them are going to do. But one of the things I saw was he's going to be able to make money off. I mean, he's only going to make probably like $10 million from the actual contract in terms of what his base salary is going to be with MLS, but he's going to make like about around $1 billion, going forward in terms of the money he's going to get from Apple. He's also getting money from subscriptions that they get from MLS, and I think it's
and that
T-Mobile.
supposedly is not doing too well. The subscriptions for Apple for MLS, the package.
Yeah. Why would they buy that anyways?
Yeah,
you
and
have so
then
many tickets to worry about.
yeah, and it's already sold out. Like all their games are sold out. Like
Yeah.
Really?
I got like
Yeah.
I was wearing my LAFC hat this week, and I got hit up by like at least 10 people asking me about Messi, and so people are excited about that as well. Like people who don't even know anything about soccer and football are actually wanting to know about it. But in terms of the contract, I think is actually really interesting too, because if and I know Fernando knows this, when David Beckham came to the MLS and signed with the Galaxy, he got a $25 million fee, where with San Diego, who just got their franchise, they had to pay a $500 million fee in order to be able to join the league. When David Beckham retired, he only had to pay $25 million for the Miami franchise, and so Messi's also going to be able to get something like that whenever he retires. And so who knows how much they're going to give him to be able to have his own team in the MLS. So I just think if you're an athlete going forward, you should start asking. There shouldn't be a cap on how much you make. I know that the big draw is, hey, you can make all this money with advertisement and stuff like that. But if I'm those athletes, I start kind of wanting to get some of that Messi money as well. So
The only
that was
problem,
my biggest takeaway.
my only takeaway on that is the only thing is they're gonna say, well, Messi's worldwide. The only person I could think that could get something like that is Shohei Ohtani, because he is.
Damn.
Well, no, Shohei is more worldwide.
No, I thought you were gonna say Cristiano Ronaldo. That's why my
No. No, I meant like in the United States. Like in the United States, like an athlete from the US to be able to do something like that. I think Shohei would probably be the biggest one or the closest one, because he could say, I'm international. I'm loved in Japan. My jersey sells over there. I sell here. The NFL still, I don't think, has hit that yet. Some NBA players have, but I just think it's going to be a little bit rough. I think for LeBron, though, I think Messi came over a little bit too late for him, because LeBron could have probably benefited, because his jersey sells out in China. It sells out in, can't remember what other places, but definitely I think LeBron could have benefited in years past. But I think it is going to be a little bit tough, just because Messi's international. I mean, that dude, you can go to Antarctica and people freaking know who Lionel Messi is. So I think if you go to like some other place and you say, oh, Patrick Mahomes, are going to be like, who? And it's no offense to Patrick, but it's just the sport still hasn't, like, those sports still haven't grown as big as what soccer is. But I understand where you're going, and I feel like that is going to help, especially other international stars, for the MLS to kind of compete, because now you're competing against Saudi Arabia if you're the MLS. Now Cristiano Ronaldo, Kante, some guys are headed that way. Well, now some guys are headed this way. Sergio Busquets, Di Maria, supposedly Messi. So it's going to be, I think, a tug of war. It's going to be a tug of war between both.
Never heard of those players, by the way.
It's okay.
Garbage. We still have to do that thing with Gilbert. Okay, my bad. We're going to do it when we come back.
Real quick.
Play a game.
Yeah, when we come back from vacation.
Just put a random guy.
Who is that guy?
I'm gonna put it together while we're away. Yeah, who he
give me the logos too. See if I can name them. But
yeah,
that'd be a fun game. But I think we talked about it before. But like, my first question was like, who wants to own an MLS franchise? Does it even make money? And I think it does, right? I think we discussed it.
I think only very few.
Only 9 out of the 29 teams reported positive revenue.
Never mind.
The only team to make it over $1 billion is LAFC, and they're the only one. So it is rough. But the thing is, Messi doesn't care. he's just gonna get the
He's gonna
bag.
collect
And,
the check like he's been collecting.
and Messi, but the thing is, like Vic said, Messi's gonna help every team sell out their stadium. And they're gonna get a lot of money off of him because he's gonna sell out every single stadium wherever he goes, like Cincinnati, LA, and no matter where he goes, he'll sell it out. People are gonna try and go. So that's why
Messi
he's
having to
getting
go to
that.
Cincinnati like on a Wednesday night.
Exactly, and that's what happened with Beckham. Beckham came over. Beckham sold out every single stadium from here to New York because it is David Beckham. So Messi's doing exactly what David Beckham did, and obviously Beckham now owns the Miami team. And there's, I wonder if Messi might get the San Diego team in a couple of years.
Nope.
That'd be
I will
interesting.
not root for that team.
I'm not saying you have to, but
That'd be interesting, actually. Yeah,
that'd be really interesting. But Dan, what did you? Oh, you're going soccer as well. What did you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go the opposite way. This literally shows Cristiano Ronaldo is the true GOAT in soccer, at least at this generation. Obviously, there's different generations. Cristiano Ronaldo at 35 was still competing for Champions League glory and scoring hat tricks against Atletico like he was still at Real Madrid with a bunch of bum-ass players at Juve. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's unbelievable to me that he went to a stacked PSG team, couldn't even make it out of the round of 16, Gilberto, playing against our team, Real Madrid, with a bunch of 37-year-olds. Unfreaking believable, and a couple young bucks. Messi has not been relevant in my mind in Europe for, the past. What would you say, Fernando? Since they won that last Champions League with Neymar, I don't think he's made it out of the round of 16.
It's won the World Cup.
Why do you think he?
Don't you get me started? I have my
don't get him started.
Don't get me started.
There's a big conspiracy theory around that.
No, it's real. It's almost proven.
Don't go there, Gilbert. Don't go there.
Yeah, that's right. Don't get me started. You want to talk longer? I don't mind talking about soccer.
No, I take since Cristiano Ronaldo left Barcelona, he really has been irrelevant because remember he hasn't scored since Cristiano Ronaldo left Real Madrid.
Yeah,
he hasn't scored against Real Madrid.
Then don't you remember? As soon as he left, Barcelona got worse. They couldn't beat Real Madrid 3 years in a row. So it's absolute garbage. The GOAT is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's gonna come back to Newcastle United. We're gonna be hyped. It's gonna be I'm big hyped. He's coming back to Europe. I know it.
I don't know about that, but no. I wouldn't leave that Saudi money. That money. I mean, it comes with
good
money.
I saw, although I did see something where it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Messi has like one more goal in
garbage. Who cares?
Over Ronaldo. So he might come back to break that
in league play.
Oh, in league play?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd love to see Ronaldo do that. That'd be crazy.
Now, you're telling me you would rather leave Europe the way you did, essentially as an outcast with only the clothes on your back.
No, but I'm saying that Saudi money. I mean, you're making.
Give me another Champions League trophy, dude.
All right, it's time for Bayern. If he does it with Bayern Munich, then I would do it.
Newcastle United.
No,
they're connected to Saudi. They're gonna win it.
All right, it's time for burial of the week.
Who are we going with first?
He's the one talking. So, Dan, let's go with you first.
You know what? I should bury Gilberto, Frau. I gave him a beautiful photo for his birthday, and I see Kobe. Well, RIP, respect. I'll leave that one alone. Bad Bunny, who he's never met. I see a photo with friends. That's cool. Bianca Belair. I think you met Bianca Belair, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah. You're not in
I'm
there.
Surprised you haven't, I'm surprised.
Random.
Yeah. So I finally filled the wall, and you're still complaining. By the way, it's hanging right in front of me. So,
there you go. So
I can stare at it. Not.
No, you know what he does? He goes like this.
Exactly.
Right.
It's on a doorway. Yeah. But no. What
it's his belief.
My Dan and Daygo.
It's like that Dexter's Laboratory meme. We're like, oh,
yeah,
my king right here.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to make this short. I've already been talking too long. Terrible year for me in sports. Not only did I have to stomach the Kansas City Chiefs winning, BS call, but it is what it is. Not only did I have to stand watching Argentina win a World Cup, more BS calls, but it is what it is.
That's rough.
Then on top of that, I had to watch on Saturday.
Didn't make it to the World Series.
I don't give a rat's ass about baseball, bro. Might as well be an irrelevant sport to me. Then I had to watch on Saturday Man City win a treble. Absolute terrible year. I can't wait for the reset. This is unbelievable. Absolute garbage.
What's your beef with Man City? I have no idea.
What are you talking about? They have supposedly over 100 financial fair play violations, supposedly suspended 2-year European ban. They have a bunch because they've spent $2 billion or 2 billion pounds.
A billion.
No, I think it was 2. I saw 2 somewhere. Anyway, they've spent $1 billion at least on the pitch.
And but basically, Gilbert, in Europe, you can't spend more than what you received. You can't buy. You can't pay. You can't
overspend.
The money that you can't overspend. So, and Man City's done it numerous times, and they keep on doing
Can't
it.
be the Saints.
Yeah. So yeah.
There you go.
You can't be in. So you can't. You like
a weird salary cap.
Selling See over there counts with selling players. The money that you got for jerseys, for scarves, for all that, they all count that in. And if you spent more than what you gain, then you get in trouble. Man City's done it for 3 or 4 years, and they've never gotten in trouble because Pep Guardiola is their manager, and
exactly another one,
the Saudi money as well.
Another thing, Pep Guardiola overrated. You know how much money Real Madrid spent on a 3-peat in Champions League? You want to know how much?
Tell me.
It was less than 100 million.
No, that's under midfield.
No.
Ronaldo was 95 million.
But I'm talking about in transfers. They were talking about transfers
during that time. Okay,
yeah. Dude, they've spent 100 million almost every year on one player, let alone multiple.
All right. Vic, go ahead.
Terrible year
for you.
Yeah, mine. I'm gonna go in on just coaches here and managers. So on Sunday there was this pitcher for Stanford, Quinn Matthews. He ended up throwing, was it 156 pitches? I don't know where the manager or the coach was here. He going into the 9th inning, he was at like 135. They were up 8-3. Now this is the College World Series. You have to protect some of these guys. They're still going, they still have a chance to make it to the major leagues. But it's not just that. It's like one of the things I keep seeing now too with football players is that, the football coaches, they're talking about how they can't compete because all these players are making all this NIL money, and I'm just like, look, stop. Like Nick Saban's been able to protect some of his players now. He got in trouble a couple years ago because he would run his running backs to the ground, and then some of those players would come back and then they get injured. It still happens, but I'll give him credit because he's been a lot better about not over or pushing his players. But it's just gotten out of hand with some of these college coaches and managers with pushing players. Like, you have to protect your players because, they want to be able to, play at the next level. And maybe if they don't, you don't want to, just overwrite them and not be able to do anything after they're done with school, So for me, it was just that, just seeing that. I'm just like, where are these coaches and managers, protecting these players instead of looking for their own, individual awards here. So for me, it was that. It was really bad seeing that.
Yeah, that's sometimes the problem. You have these ass sniffers who rise to the top who have no idea how to it's just a bunch of grab assery sometimes out there where they care more about their own names than the program or their players and stuff like that. Can't happen.
You know what? I'm gonna go next just because I want to. Gilbert's I think is gonna be very good. I'm gonna do a 2-parter.
Here we go.
One is obviously gonna be media food. Obviously, I wasn't too happy with.
You like the bashing them or media food. That's your favorite category. I mean,
well, I mean, treat me better. Treat me with love. Treat me with care. Coddle me.
Brown's gonna be like that Bill Murray GIF where he's walking in just dressed in like royal clothing and just putting his hand out for people to kiss.
The food just wasn't good at Snapdragon, so I was like, okay, I'm not good with this. But Gilbert, you and I know that in this profession, obviously, you get criticized a lot more than you get
praised.
We don't want praise, just hey, great, in a sense, like, oh, Gilbert, great job on this or this or that. Huh? What do you say?
I want the praise.
Okay, there you go. But I thought it was pretty cool what Michael Douglas did over the weekend. A couple of days ago. He went up to this F1 reporter and watch what he says to him.
Of course, stop for a second to say what an excellent job you do week in and week out. I'm so both here in the pit and your color commentary. You're amazing.
I really appreciate it. You've made my day. Thank you very much.
Go.
So I thought that was pretty cool for Michael Douglas to do that. I mean, obviously, like I said, Gilbert and I'm not in it for the praise. I don't know about Gilbert, but no, but we just try and do our jobs, and it's cool when you get recognized, especially, I mean, regardless if it was Michael Douglas or if it was the guy that
just
that
a fan
changes
Twitter,
the goalposts at the stadium. Like, it's awesome when somebody does something like that. So I'm gonna bury the media food, but I'm gonna give praise to Michael Douglas for being such an awesome guy and doing that.
What was the spread at Snapdragon?
It was salmon. I'm not a salmon guy. I'm not really a fish. I'll eat everything else. I'll eat shrimp, octopus, all that other stuff. Fish to me, I've never liked fish. I'll do fish tacos I'll do fish and chips. I'll do
when it's deep fried.
When it's deep fried. No tenemos tapas en balde. But I won't do it like regular fish. No, I don't like it.
Yeah, that was
nice.
It
was some weird mac and cheese. And when Melissa makes her mac and cheese compared to that mac and cheese, I'm like, okay, I don't want mac and cheese. And then some like weird meat and some weird sauce. And I was like, okay, that's most funky. So
Frown loves it when they serve Mexican food.
Oh god, that's the worst. I hate that. All right, Gilbert. I can't wait for yours.
Well, first of all, I think we have that in common with the fish. I'm very picky about my fish, but there's some if you prepare it the right way, I like it. The tacos, like you mentioned, fried. But I always go shrimp over fish. That's for sure.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, and then also maybe a little two-parter because I just remembered. Big F you to Netflix, and you're stupid. I'm forcing you to pay for your own account.
Thank you.
I can't even watch Netflix anymore, and now I'm gonna go on strike and not get it. I'm not gonna give you my money. So I'm sorry, Love is Blind 4 or 5, whatever comes out. I'm gonna be struggling, but right now it's a principle. I don't know why we're doing this. Why are we cracking down? And then I see a report saying that they actually got a spike in signups. You cowards! You're like the running back to go for the money in the 1-year tender, and you don't want to stand strong.
There goes the heel.
Yeah, there you go. But maybe I'll eventually but we'll see. I'm not watching Netflix right now. And then I don't know. Mine's kind of like yours. Like, you hate that when they give you crappy media food. Mine's also a little redundant. I hate lines at
I hate
lines
them too.
anywhere in general, and it's unacceptable, huh?
I said it's like traffic. It's the worst.
It is the worst. And I was, by the way, yeah, I was complaining from the start because the parking at Disneyland is a S show. I'm gonna just say that, and I was already annoyed from the start. And then there's a whole line to get into the freaking park, and they have to go on the freaking tram. It's just a whole mission, whatever.
What time did you show up?
A little late. I got there like at 1.
Oh my god! That's why you only went on 2 rides.
Hey, it was Sunday.
For Gilberto, here's no lights.
Yeah, for real.
It's the one day I get to sleep in, so we got there late. We actually missed the whole performance of the niece. So
you paid
Hey, but we were there when she came out, and we were there saying,
o'clock?
"Great job." Yeah, and then we were there from 1 till close though. Like, it was like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. That's still like 8-9 hours. Unacceptable for me to be there that long and only get on 2 freaking rides. Then I'm checking on the 3rd one. The freaking thing breaks down. Shame on you, California Adventures, because I need to be on at least 4 or 5 lines to get my money's worth, because they charge an arm and a leg, by the way, for these freaking
Well,
tickets.
if you would have gotten there when they opened, sir, you might have gotten on more rides. And you could have gotten a fast pass.
Hours and got on 2
rides.
You should look that up. That might be a record.
It might be, because I wasn't getting a 3rd one. I'm like, you know what? A 3rd will salvage the day. Breaks down.
Which one was it?
What was the ratio on beers and rides?
Oh, that's it's like touchdown interceptions, huh?
He was probably more Eli Manning than he was Tom Brady.
Maybe more like 5'2", but I forget. Either 5 or 6. And
what was the ride that broke down?
The Incredibles one.
Yeah, Incredibles.
Oh my god!
Yeah. But I guess maybe the water show that I missed half the time was as a ride. It counts. I don't know. I saw Spiderman show, so whatever. But yeah, Lions is crazy.
It's time for avocado roast: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Dan, why don't you start us off?
My favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is
no. The show.
The show? Oh, I'm going. I recently started watching That 70s Show. So that's been
Nice.
really cool. I've really got into that. Of course, Red is my spirit animal. Shout out to him. Absolutely love him.
Good
This is kind of half burial because I told Fernando this. Everything I watch Ashton Kutcher in, I either hate him or I like the show, and he always brings it down. Like in Guess Who? I think Guess Who?
Yeah.
I love that movie because of Bernie Mac and some of the other co-stars. He just always, for whatever reason, I've never liked. And the only thing that is weird about the show to me, like Mila Kunis looks like a child compared to these
She
people.
was
Like,
like 17 at the
weird.
time.
Really weird. Really weird. I'm not gonna get into all those things about Hollywood, but really weird. You dropped the ball on that one. But it's a really good show. I've enjoyed it. I've laughed. Just wish Ashton Kutcher wasn't there, but it is what it is. I don't see what the appeal is. I don't understand it.
Some of the stuff that Danny Masterson does, I'm like,
yeah.
He's like, I'll probably end up in prison, and then where do you see yourself for the next 5 years? Prison. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are watching it the opposite because And by the way, I think that's the only good role that Ashton Kutcher has ever had. It was playing Michael Kelso.
That's the only role that I'm like, oh wow, like I think I love when he goes, burn, and then he's like,
he's good in that. That's what made him famous.
I like him better in The Guardian. That's probably the only movie that is just him, I guess, and Kevin Costner that I've said, damn, that was a pretty good performance. But other than that, I'm not a huge fan, so I've liked That 70s Show.
All right, well, let's do this quickly. What was your rating?
Rating? So far, I'd give it like 80%, like solid avocado. Solid guacamole. You take over the weekend with some buds. It's good enough that you're willing to share it. In other words,
Gilbert.
So as you know, I don't have control of the TV as much anymore because that's what happens when you're in a relationship. Dan, you don't know about that.
My love. My love.
But actually, you and Caroline have this in common. Like she loves fucking. Oh, sorry. Okay.
We're gonna have to start. This idiot goes S-bomb and cluster S, and
I got a little riled up, but she likes stupid, scary movies. I don't like them. I love scary movies. And so apparently, there's an app called Shudder where you get all the scary movies like from all over.
I never paid for it.
So we had to get it, which I regretted because now we have to watch a bunch of movies. But there was one that I kind of liked because I kept telling her that's terrible. And she finds me annoying because I have a comment for everything. Fernando, when you take Dan too fast and furious, I'm the same way.
Do you, my love?
Yeah. So there you go. There you go. But then we found one called Babadook.
That one was so stupid.
Oh, you've seen it? Oh, I actually thought it was funny, and I enjoyed the comic aspect of it. And but Babadook. There you go.
Is that not the one where the mom turns around and yells at her child?
And the kid is so annoying. It makes me not want to have kids ever. So
there you go. Lovely message.
But it was funny. Me and her had a good time laughing. She actually enjoys it. Likes it actually as a scary movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny, but also had a little story at the end where a little sad, but it's kind of like it's all about like the dad dying.
Yeah.
And it's a way to be like, hey, you deal with grief, like you won't ever get rid of it, but you have to find a way to deal with it. So it was kind of like a little storyline to it. But you guys won't even watch it besides Dan. So
I already saw it.
What rating?
So maybe like a 68. It wasn't no worse.
Damn. He's not sharing with anybody that one. He'd be embarrassed.
Went to go see Across the Spider-Verse, lived up to the hype. It might be better than the first one. It was just I got into the whole Marvel stuff because of my partner when we met, and I wanted to learn more about it. And the more I've learned about it, the more I've gotten into comics in terms of I haven't, I have a couple of comics here and there, but I'm not an avid reader. I'm not going to go and seek out comics, but just learning about the whole universe has been really cool. And it's lived up. Like the one thing Sony has done with Spider-Man is with the animation has been, they should continue to do that because they found gold here. And I can't wait for the third one. I would give it like a 98 to 100 on Avocado because it's really that good. The storyline is really well done. Like, I one of the things with Sony is that they have a contract. When Marvel sold off all their stuff back in the day, Sony got it, and they got only Spider-Man and their villains, and so they have to continue to put out Spider-Man movies. And there's only so many ways you can tell the Spider-Man story, and I love what they've done with this. They've been able to find a way to to tell a new story with Miles Morales now, and I can't wait. I hope, I know everybody's excited to see him in live action. I'm kind of I don't know what Sony can do. They haven't done well with live action stuff unless it's with the MCU. When they connect, they're able to do something good. But yeah, and then the other one we talked about it last week was Flaming Hot. I was really impressed with what they did with that little story. Just seeing, what it is for a lot of our culture to be able to, you know, have people not believe in you. Like I remember when I first started working, I stopped going to school and I just started working full time. And having people not believe in you is tough. And then just proving them wrong and just being able to, continue to work, I thought was a really good message in that movie. And honestly, I would recommend it. Like if you just want to watch a feel good story, it's something to watch. I would give it like an 85 because it was really good. And shout out to Eva Longoria. She did a great job in her directorial debut.
Baddie alert. She's still fired.
America loves a comeback hero.
I'm gonna go Manifest. I gotta finish it.
Wow.
It's funny. One of my friends, she was walking with her mom on, well, she posted it on Instagram, and she was like, "Oh, do they end up together? Do they end up together?" And I'm like watching the video. I'm like, "Who is she talking about?" She's like, "Oh my god, my mom's trying to tell me the ending of Manifest." I'm like, "Wait, Manifest came back?" I'm like, "Okay, I need to watch this." So I went through it and watched the ending. I think it's one of the best endings I've seen in a TV show in a long time.
Done.
It's done. It's it.
I gotta watch it.
I thought they did a really good job with the ending.
We don't have Netflix though.
Oh my god, just watch the ending and then get back to it. They're
30-day free trial.
Yeah, exactly. Do a 7-day trial. You can
on the Compas,
Yeah,
there you go.
But I thought they ended it great. I thought it was a great. I know it kind of dragged on in the middle and kind of towards the end, but I thought they did a really good job with the ending of it. They did a really good job to piece everything together. So I'm gonna give the show probably about 88. I thought it was a really good show. I thought they did everything great. That was a Gilbert recommendation. He told me to watch it and I got hooked. But yeah, I thought they did a great job with the show. So
I think I watched it during COVID. It really helped me out during COVID.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
NBC canceled it, right? And then Netflix picked it up, right?
Yeah, we were excited when that came.
Pissed. But oh my god, and for everything they said, oh, this show was what was it? This show complied with all the COVID. I'm like, I don't care. Just play the damn show. All the COVID regulations. I'm like, I don't care.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus. But yeah,
don't cancel us.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, avocado roast 2.0 instead of una más. We'll be doing this. Favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I'm gonna start with Vic.
I'm gonna go with Predator. I mean, we got that meme with Carl Weathers and Arnold Schwarzenegger Dutch. I mean, you can't go wrong. And then look at all the movies that have come after it. So for me, it's the Predator.
Jesse Ventura was hilarious in that.
Jesse Ventura as well. Before he was the governor of Minnesota.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go with Commando. For those. There you go. Shout out. For those of you who don't know or have never seen an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, the youngsters, let me tell you, the 80s action. Oh, my favorite one's Commando, by the way. And in Commando, imagine, it's the Fast and Furious before the Fast and Furious with outlandish stunts and things like that. But, for whatever reason, you believe it.
You want to take a shot at Fast and Furious? When Dan and Daygo gets home from work, he's Commando. He goes Commando.
What a weirdo. What are you doing? Talking about behind the scenes stuff. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Anyway, this was Fast and Furious before Fast and Furious, because in Commando, he literally drops out of an airplane at a few hundred feet into like a swamp or marsh or whatever. And of course, nothing happens to Schwarzenegger. So absolute legend.
I'm sure you didn't break your neck watching that one.
And you know what else? I love about Commando? It has a good underlining story. how a father will do anything it takes to get to his child and protect
That was
him.
Liam Neeson.
No, it's not, idiot. And Commando also. They take the daughter, idiot.
Too much trouble for kids. No, you can't do all that.
Terrible.
Gilbert.
Don't listen to him. Get married, have children.
Okay. Find the partner first. Sorry.
No, I'm gonna find a girlfriend, so I'll do that. I'm not a lawyer, so I wouldn't know about that.
First of all, fun fact: 2 governors in Predator. Arnold, former California governor.
Yes,
True.
that is true.
I wanted to say Predator. I really like that one, but I knew someone was gonna take it, so I'm gonna go with the second obvious one. And I think I know Fernando because he really loves that movie, but we'll see. I don't think that one. But Terminator 2, one of the all-time great movies. That's when it took. Like, if it wasn't for Terminator 2, there would be no Fast and the Furious, Fernando. So give them their due because they had a crazy budget of craziness and action, and they just really did it so well. I could watch that movie. Because you're saying that's why the movie was good because of the cop thing.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, at least he was a robot. Like, you'd believe him taking all this punishment. Like, it makes sense. Yeah.
And it was a good story too. Like, he came back bad and then he became good, and then some guy with the crazy arm becomes a cop. I thought it was a good little 10 years later movie, and it became one of the biggest hits in box office history.
I think Terminator 2 is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like,
I love
especially when Sarah's in the asylum, and she, like, the elevator opens and it's him walking out, and she's like,
that shot,
slow-mo with the shotgun. Oh yeah,
that was crazy.
And
the practical effects were really good. Like, there wasn't a lot of CGI. Like, they used really cool stuff on there. But fun fact, like, now that chase scene on the wash there is actually like a mile away from where Gilbert lives now.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Cool. I need to go.
The Galleria, the Sherman Oaks Galleria. That's where that other scene where he pulls out, like, that little box. That's also right here in the valley as well.
What did you think I was gonna go with?
Jingle All the Way.
Oh,
yeah, I was shocked. Like, I for sure thought Fernando was gonna go with Jingle All the Way.
I should have.
I forgot about that.
I ended up going with True Lies.
Exactly. I knew it.
What? Oh, no, yeah,
I knew the movie.
It's a really good film. I like it. I love the part where what's the name of the guy that married Rosie O'Donnell?
John Goodman.
Tom Arnold.
Oh, wait,
Tom Arnold. When the terrorist shoots.
That's a show.
When he shoots at Tom Arnold, and Tom Arnold hides behind the pole, and he, like, thanks the pole for blocking for him. But I think it's a great movie. Again, it shows what lengths a father will go to for his daughter.
Father's Day, by the way, this weekend, Father's Day.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there you go. Yeah, but I thought Jamie Lee Curtis did a great job in the movie as well.
That's the only movie
that one scene. Come on, like, you're burying the lead, man.
I never thought Jamie Lee Curtis was attractive until that one scene.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's the only movie where she looks fire.
Yeah, no, I was like, damn. I'm like, all right.
That's where you go, Daddy alert.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, well, I don't know if I can give her baddie yet, but I mean, but I'm like, you went from Michael Myers, Michael Myers trying to pull you to that. I'm like, all right. Like,
she didn't look that good in that movie, though.
Yeah, no, I know. But we want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day out there. For all you fathers and all you mothers who are single mothers and are the father, congratulations to you. And for all you stepfathers that have stepped up, it's not a stepdad, it's who steps up. For all the stepdads out there who have stepped up, happy Father's Day to you guys. Folks, we just want to let you guys know, like Gilbert said, we will be taking some time off for a little bit, kind of relax, get ourselves back. The Nuggets just won the championship. The Compas feel like we've done a good job so far, so we deserve a little bit of a break, but we will be taking a break. We will be back July
5th.
Well, for now, for a full podcast, so it might be the week after because we're gonna be focusing on UFC. I don't know.
Yeah. So it'll probably be for the full podcast. It'll probably be July. Probably July 12th.
Oh, 12, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
After 4th of July, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out America.
I was gonna say shout out America.
But you'll see some bits and pieces. Dan and Daygo and I will be doing some stuff on What's Up Bolts before, obviously, now that minicamp is almost over. We'll do a full breakdown of minicamp and what to expect before training camp. And obviously check out everything else on the Compas Network, but we are going to be taking a little bit of a break. We appreciate you guys understanding. Obviously, even Batman has to hang up his cape and chill out a little bit. So
Careful,
we want the fellas
Batman's
to be
on
able to
Compas
rest.
FC.
Yeah, we want to. Oh, yeah. But we want the fellas to rest up and get going. So we just appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for everything so far in these first 6 months of the year. You guys have been awesome. And again, we appreciate everything that you guys do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Guys, what's up, Bolt? If we get it to 1,000, I'm
Stop
telling
it.
you guys, somebody will be getting lunch with Dan and Daygo. I know that's what everybody wants. Somebody went to the comments and said, "No way, that's really it." All right, I'm hyped, and he subscribed. So people want to have lunch with Dan and Daygo. So that's gonna be a prize that's gonna be raffled off. So definitely make sure you guys check out everything else. Combat Compas, Compas FC, House of Horns. Make sure you guys check it all out. We appreciate you guys so much. Fellas, have a good break. I know Gilbert will probably be the one that takes advantage of it the most.
I wanted to clarify real quick,
that
Fernando, Dan, and Victor wanted the vacation. I was like, you know what, guys? I think we're on a roll here. A lot of good videos. We're 1,000 subscribers. We shouldn't kill momentum. But for you guys, I'm outnumbered. Let's take a vacation.
Coming from the guy who complained about lining up and needing his breaks.
Nobody believes that one.
We didn't want Gilbert to do more lists, so we're taking a break.
Yeah. So, but again, guys, thank you guys so much for everything, helping us get to 1,000. Let's shoot to 2,000. Let's get everything else up. But we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys, and we will be back probably in about a month from now. So we will be back in a couple of weeks. But make sure you guys check out everything else on the Compas on the Beat Network. We will be, like I said, sporadically be throwing stuff out there. Money in the Bank is coming up. I might do a quick little preview for that. Do some.
Don't worry, Cena's coming back to win it.
I wish. Make sure you guys check that all out. But thank you guys again. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, comment. Be a compa, tell a compa. Gilbert, ¿sabes qué? Vámonos.
Yeah, real quick, again, we appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, but make sure to check out the link of compasonthebeatmerch.com. You buy something from there. It really help us out to go out and create more content, like going to the golf event, covering combat sports, so whatever you can, it'll be great. But yeah, it's been a good little first half of the year, and everybody's doing great work here, and we love the feedback and the engagement questions or the comments, so we really appreciate that. But on that note, it is time for a little vacation. You will see a lot of videos still up on the channel, especially this week. Don't forget about that. But it is time for a little vacation for us. On that note, ya nos vamos. Pues, vámonos.